Stop it right there. The Trump crime family must be stopped, so stay woke, America. Black Panther Party Politics, on the Cartoon News Network, proudly presents our feature presentation, detailing the mental decline of the head of the Trump crime family called the TRUMPfather. At another recent campaign event, Donald Trump once again proved that the first black president, Barack Obama, is living rent-free in his head. Remember, Donald Trump began his takeover of the Republican Party with the stupid, racist, nonsensical birther lie that Barack was born in Kenya. Trump also continued to praise Hungary's Prime Minister, Viktor Orbán, during his deranged speech. We'll discuss the reasons why, and more on today's show.
The head of Hungary, a very tough, strong guy, Viktor Orbán. Did anybody ever hear of him? Probably, considered very powerful within his country and outside of his country. Not exactly loved by some of the European nations because he does this thing. He didn't allow millions of people to invade his country. He allowed nobody to invade. Zero. He had nobody. So he doesn't have crime and he doesn't have the problems that they're having in other countries where millions of people are allowed to go in. But they were interviewing him 2 weeks ago and they said, what would you advise President Obama? The whole world seems to be exploding and imploding. And he said, it's very simple. He should immediately resign and they should replace him with President Trump, who kept the world safe. And I'm not just talking the United States. China respected him. Russia respected him. North Korea respected him. And he used another word other than respect, he said fear. But I don't want to use that word.
Yes, Donald, you do want to use the word fear. That's why you said it, moron. Donald Trump talks like a mob boss because he wants to be feared like one. He's delusional. Donald's never had a fist fight in his life, but he talks like John Gotti and believes Barack Obama is president. I understand a mistake here and there, but at this point, Donald's dumbass is having the longest, craziest, most insane, sustained bout of confusion that I've ever seen in my life. Except for a person that wasn't actually already diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia. No lie. And he's got to get over his obsession with Barack Obama. I mean, what the fuck? It's getting pretty fucking ridiculous at this point. Take a step back and think about it for a second. Donald Trump's delusional ass has the audacity to call Joe Biden senile. We'll return to a discussion about his obsession with Obama in a few minutes, but right now we'll turn our attention to his obsession with another man. Trump's obsession with autocrats from Russia and North Korea helps explain his admiration for Viktor Orbán. One good thing is that he hasn't exchanged any love letters with Viktor, like he did with the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. At least, none that we know about.
I came in and took a very hard position. Very hard position. And you know what? Now we have this great relationship, and let's see what happens. We're going to have another meeting. Chairman Kim would like to have another meeting. We'll have a meeting. I was really being tough, and so was he. And we would go back and forth. And then we fell in love. Okay? No, really. He wrote me beautiful letters. And they're great letters. We fell in love.
On February 13th, 2017, Kim Jong-nam, the older half-brother of the incumbent leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, was assassinated at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. He had been living abroad since his exile from North Korea in 2003.
And I just received a beautiful letter from Kim Jong-un, and I think the relationship is very well, but I appreciated the letter. I saw the information about the CIA with respect to his brother or half-brother, and I would tell him that would not happen under my auspices, that's for sure. I wouldn't let that happen under my auspices. But I just received a beautiful letter from Kim Jong-un. I can't show you the letter, obviously, but it was a very personal, very warm, very nice letter. I appreciate it.
The close ally of the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has resigned, comparing his recent comments on race to the Nazi era. Mr. Orbán had described Western Europe as a mixed-race world, saying Hungarians should only mix with other Europeans. Live to Nick Thorpe now, who joins us from Budapest. Nick, good to see you. Viktor Orban often talks about race, but has he ever taken it this far?
Not quite, no. He does seem to have gone further this time. He's often spoken in the past about Hungary as a culturally homogeneous country, but not so much as an ethnically homogeneous country. And what's, I think, sort of made this particular advisor to him, she's actually the commissioner for social inclusion, she's of Jewish background herself, what made her explode and hand in her resignation is that really he went much further. He seemed to be suggesting that Hungary is somehow ethnically pure, or that at least ethnically, racially wise, that Hungarians should not mix with people from outside Europe. And clearly that's gone further than he has before. It was just too much for this particular minister.
Steve Bannon is a convicted fraudster who was pardoned by the former president, who is currently facing fraud charges in New York. Bannon summed up the reason why the Trump father loves Orban so much. He said Orban was Trump before Trump. Viktor Orban believes in a brand of white Christian nationalism. He's incredibly hostile to immigrants and openly racist. Doesn't he sound like everything baby Trump wanted to be when he grew up? In 2015, Orban built a border wall during an increase in the number of refugees traveling across Europe in an effort to keep them out. And he's demagogued the issue of immigration to gain political control. He's reshaped the constitution, took control of the media, and has undermined the electoral process in Hungary. Obviously, the Trump father would like to do the same thing here in America. Now that we know why Trump loves Viktor Orban so much, we'll let him remind us how obsessed he is with Barack Obama. But before we do, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos from us. Wakanda forever.
As you know, crooked Joe Biden and the radical left thugs have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. This is the same thing. The country is very divided. And we did with Obama. We won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. We beat Hillary Clinton. Now, you know, I used to call her crooked Hillary.
Right, it's all coming through Oran, and Obama he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't even mention them in his statements. It's all coming through Oran.
Well, you mean President Biden. So, but right now...
I also mean Obama.
What do you mean?
I mean Obama and Biden, but Obama is Biden's boss.